Okay, so my first impression of this series is that it looks fantastic. So far I'm liking a lot of what I'm seeing. I like that they are having this series focus on the early years, aka the golden years of Batman, when he was depicted as a real badass vigilante. Though admittedly he always looked rather weird with those big bat ears. Then again, it was the 1930s, and this was largely considered a scary concept for the character at the time. I like the animation style, it's pretty reminiscent of Batman Long Halloween Part 1 and 2, where it's all Archer-like with the way characters like Bruce, Alfred, Selina, and Jim Gordon are designed. Apparently a lot of people seem to have not liked seeing DC be depicted as that in the recent animated movies, which I always thought was weird at first glance because I actually think this style kind of enhances the look of DC's characters quite a bit. It kind of gives them a bit of cinematic quality as opposed to just being stylishly campy like the comics. This animation style also makes a lot of DC's characters look and feel fresh on screen, almost as if you didn't already know they had animated movies in the first place. It's not dumbing down the characters like what people may believe, it's presenting them in a more stylish manner. A stylish manner that is all the more capable of being sustainable in the long run. However, in the case of Batman Caped Crusader, it seems as though the series is being presented more as a prequel to the 1992 animated series, which makes sense considering that the show started off with Batman at the top of his game. This series seems like it's going for a deep dive approach, and that's great. My only thing with that is I hope they don't go too far off the rails with portraying certain characters differently just for the sake of presenting a distinguishable timeline. I only say that because I noticed that the trailer reveals Alfred to be fat instead of thin like he always was. And I noticed that Harley Quinn is being brought into this series as the jester when she has always been Harley Quinn, Joker's jester. I'm really curious to know how they're going to explain that aspect of the story. But other than that, I don't really have much to complain about. I think the animation style is great. I like the way Batman and some of the other characters are portrayed. I like the musical score, and Gotham City looks amazing. The only real complaint I do have about this series is I don't like that DC is airing it on Amazon Prime Video. I would much rather they have it air somewhere more accessible like Peacock or Netflix. Because the thing about Amazon Prime Video is that much like with Max, Hulu, and YouTube TV, they're not really all that consumer-friendly with their pricing of monthly subscriptions. It's the reason why I often do a lot of pirating, because the reality of streaming is that not every service is consumer-friendly. Of course, I understand the contention that streaming services need to make a lot of money in order to put out more content, but I just think the philosophy on it needs to be more fair and reasonable. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Talk to you later.